Everybody has bad thoughts. Everybody has negative thoughts. Everybody has poor me thoughts. That's just life, right? The key is finding out before you have that thought and catching it and fixing it. So, if you imagine this was a big ramp and we were going to slide down it and we're here and we've got a foot down, but 1 foot on the flat, we can probably get ourselves back out, right? If we're way down at the bottom, that's hard. That is hence the reason called a slippery slope. So if you start feeling sorry for yourself, oh, I'm never going to get that job, I'm never going to win that contract, my staff didn't do this, my Doug hates me, and just all these things in your mind, and then you phone my pal, she's now lost her job and she doesn't know what she's got to do, she has to cancel her holiday and her car's broken down and that one's not got an MOT, and you just like, before you've got this baggage in your brain and you're way down the bottom of the slope. So what I do, and I sometimes have mad thoughts in my head, like my daughter went out, she's only 17, and she went out uptown to a pub for the first time at the weekend. You're thinking, God, what if she doesn't get home? What if she gets in a taxi and it's some mad person in a taxi going to attack her? And you're thinking, whoa. So as soon as I go, whoa, that's like a how easy one, but I go, whoa. So I change my thought right away. As soon as I have a bad thought, I don't dwell on that. I don't get 1 foot in, and then 2 foot in, and then suddenly before you know it, I'm away down the slippery slope. So I love BMXing. So I in my mind, I talk through this trick. So there's a big quarter pipe that comes up the wall, and then there's a jump box. So I go up the quarter pipe, do a 180, and I come over and I do an X up, right? So that's the trick that I like doing. So, and that's 10 my handlebars like that. So as soon as I get, what about my daughter? What if she's going to taxi? And I think, what were you thinking? So I then think, right, up the ramp. So I visualise myself, and I'm going up the ramp, and I'm going up to the ramp, and I'm like 180 in. And when you go up this monster quarter that I really like, you flick back up, and your end's coming back, and then you come right down, and you pump right down, and then you go over the jump box, and then I get in the mid-air, and I take my hands off. And when I've got my arms locked in that position, because that would be crap, but that would be brilliant, but you need to make sure you're right in there. So I get to here, I'm actually as happy as anything. What thought? What was I thinking about? That thought's gone. I'm now thinking about what makes me happy. Now, if you love making broth and it's making broth, if you love climbing Mount Everest, if you like, no, what I was meaning is it doesn't have to be a BMX trick, it's whatever you love doing. If you then just think, well, Mount Everest, right, so I'm going to get all my gear, I've got all my packed, I'm going to get all my back done, right, we're going to move it to there, we're going to fly out to there. So by the time you talk through it, but if you make sure it's the same one every time, that becomes a habit. So back to driving the car, what do you do? What do you do? Now it's like, look at me. So if you use the same thought every time, that becomes a habit. And when you've got a good habit, that can overcome any bad habits.